Hey, welcome, good people. My name is Freddie Williams Jr. Starting something new and fresh with my man Magic Marv Rebel Williams. Thank you. He's the man behind the camera right now. This is the Leave It Better podcast. We're back at it. Me and Marv did something about, I want to say 10 or 12 years ago called In the Shop Talk. So we put our heads together. It was time to reboot and refresh. So I'm happy to be here at Leave It Better podcast. And today our first guest is my man, Stevenson Monchery, a local hero here in Middletown, New York. Great man, great family. So we're here to have a conversation. This is how our podcasts are gonna go. We wanna highlight some amazing people in the area and let you get to know them. So welcome, Stevenson.
Thank you, Fox.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for inviting me into this podcast, the space, Leave It Better podcast. I appreciate it. I appreciate those kind of words of being a local hero, even though I don't really see myself as such. I just try to do the best thing I can, for the community, be of a support system, and just try to bridge the gap, between agencies and all the different things that are available in Middletown.
No, that's great. That's great. So yeah, we need a bio on you. I know you well, right? And I try to keep you close, man. We try to keep good people close to you. And this is definitely one of them. So can you give us a little bio on yourself?
Sure. So I was born in Haiti. Shout out Port-au-Prince. Shout out Haiti for making the first FIFA in over 50 years.
There you go.
I came to this country at about 8 years old. Learning how to speak English was very tough. But over time, I learned it, and now it's part of my lineage. Grew up in Massachusetts. That's why I'm a big Celtics and Patriots fan. Went to college in Baltimore, Morgan State. Shout out Morgan State. I pledged the awesome fraternity of Iota Phi Theta fraternity, which kind of gave me the groundwork of who I am today. My mom was a working woman, 2 jobs, provided for all 5 of her children. So she's giving me my work ethic and my passion to be in the community. Met my wife at Morgan. We've been together now 24 years, married for 20, going on 22. And now I'm here in Middletown, been here for about 15 years. Lived in Baltimore, in Newburgh for about 5, so altogether about 20 years here in the New York area, and New York's kind of like my home now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We appreciate that. So I'm telling you, you never know till you know. I this is my man. I didn't know a couple of things he just said, and I'm just sitting back like listening, kind of caught in the in the daze, like, oh wow, I didn't know that. So awesome to hear, man. That language thing, right? That had to be a tall task, right? I can only imagine, right? Coming in because you came in at a age where you're in school.
Yes. Yep. And that's why I think I resonate so well with our community, because our community is full of individuals with ethnic backgrounds, from Hispanic to a big Haitian population now, and I understand how hard it is to have to assimilate into a culture where you want to have both your own cultural background and this new culture that you're trying to integrate in, and having to balance the two. At home, you're one person, but at school, you have to be a different person. And that is so hard for our community, for even the families to understand, because they want you to be whatever culture they are, but you have to be whatever culture you are in. So my mom wanted me to be Haitian sound, but yet I'm in an American school. So some of those things don't match, so trying to mesh the two together is so difficult on our teens, on our youth, And I try to be a soundboard for them because I understand where they're coming from. I understand that, your culture might see certain things, but yet the American culture sees it a different way, and trying to marry those two cultures together is so very difficult for our teens. Even for the adults, trying to assimilate and learn a new language, that was mind-boggling. People don't understand how hard the English language is, and how difficult it is to navigate some of those. So that's why I do some of the things that I do and try to help people navigate those entities, because I know how hard it is to navigate those agencies. Yeah.
That's always important when you see yourself in these youth, right? You see yourself in that situation, and that's the best experience, right? And that's what pushes you even harder, right, to bridge that gap. And we greatly appreciate that. Also, so we want to jump into your professional life. What do you do what is your profession? I know, but the people need to know, what you do, what it's about, maybe programming and how long you've been doing it and things of that sort.
I currently work for the Middletown Police Department as a service coordinator. And I actually have to thank Chief Iwanshu for seeing and being so forward-thinking in establishing this position. As a service coordinator, what I do is I'm here for the community. So whatever help they need, I'm here for. So whether it's mental health, housing, food disparities, whether it's they need a welfare check for a loved one, or they need some support around their own children, So I try to provide them with those helps and trying to find the right agencies to help them out. And I also hold the agencies accountable. So when I make a warm handoff to an individual, I do the follow-up. Hey, were they helpful? What did they do for you? Did they follow through? And if not, I call them out on it, So I want to make sure that the agencies are doing the things that they say they're going to do, and vice versa. So I try to not overpromise, but I overdeliver, So that's some of the things that I try to focus on. And then before that, I worked for Catholic Charities as a prevention specialist, and I think all the jobs that I've had have kind of helped me in this position that I'm now with the Middletown Police Department. So Catholic Charities gave me my foothold in outreach on understanding drugs and alcohol and some of the things behind that, about substance use and the how hard it is and how to prevent it. And then prior to that, I worked for Honor at a friend's house, which again is a youth runaway shelter. So understanding why the youth do certain things and why are they thinking and what kind of help and supports that they need, allows me to be able to engage with our youth on a different level, because I kind of have that experience of dealing with them while they are in crisis, So all those things put together is what's allowing me to do some of the things that I do now, and I couldn't do it without that, So, and I'm not a finished product, so like who knows what I'll be doing 5 and 10 years from now, but as of right now, it's one of the greatest jobs that I've ever had, to be able to be in the community, to do some of the things that I do, the outreach, the events, some of the programming, speaking to great people like you, Fox, Mitch, so like, again, I couldn't do any of this without Chief Iwanshu and some of the things that he's been able to do for me.
Getting back to what you said, that phrase was deep. I try not to
promise,
but I will over deliver.
That
is deep. Yeah. I like that one.
Yes.
That is something to live by right there. That's deep, brother. I greatly appreciate that one. And you're telling the truth. You really don't. I know you as a person. I know you as a man, as a father, and you don't sell no wolf tickets, man.
Right.
But you will pop up, and I will see you all over the place.
Yes.
Right. Me and Stevenson have a great friendship, great relationship. For the past, I don't know how many years now, we do a our own version of Toys for Tots. Every year, we get a lot of donations from the Middletown Police Department. Salute to Chief Awanchu and Lieutenant Tholen, everybody over there. Jackie Welch, who just retired, right?
Just retired, yes.
Salute to her. Our police department is awesome. A shout to them. They donate, we have multiple agencies that donate, and every year we bring about 300 to 500 to 600 gifts in. We have a big gift wrapping party with kids from the high school, whether it be Honor Society. Shout out to Dave Coates and athletic department. They always send some stuff over. So, it's been an ongoing thing. And me and Stevenson here, we go out Christmas morning. We've made stops at Salvation Army, Garnet Health, emergency housing. So, anytime I reach out, he's my go-to, right? He's the one, he's never gonna say no. And I don't call him because of that. I call him because I know where his heart is. You understand? And what his motivation is. And, like I say it all the time, we were talking about it earlier, the universe brings like-minded people together and their ambition and push with, just for having high levels of humanity, man. Right. I think that's what we gotta keep pushing. And that's the premise of this show, is to highlight great people doing great things, in the community. So,
hi everybody, Stevenson, Monchery. I was just on the Leave It Better podcast, and all I gotta say is, leave it better.